What's up, party people? Today I'm going to be showing you how to complete the Elleghos solo dungeon in Space of Pilgrimage, as well as how to obtain the Spirit Summoner and YOLO title. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you find this helpful or entertaining. Let's go. In order to get to this dungeon, you're going to need to take the teleport from Ardeka to Space of Pilgrimage. Once you make it to Space of Pilgrimage, you're just going to be heading to the southeast corner where you will be able to find the entrance to the Elleghos solo dungeon. When you're ready, go ahead and head on into the dungeon. Once inside, you can grab a resurrection buff, which I recommend if you're a lower level, as well as you can start the dungeon. So once you pull the lever and start the dungeon, you're going to head in, run past these mobs, or you can kill them if you want the experience. Personally, I never kill them, I just run past them. So you're going to run through those two platforms, you're going to pull the lever, and you're going to have to fight a couple mini-bosses. Now, the mini-bosses you fight are going to be random. And they represent the different classes that are in the game, but you have to fight 3 of them. So go ahead, fight those 3 class specters or whatever you want to call them, and head forward through the teleporter. Once through the teleporter, you can just kind of follow me on screen here and run through all these monsters once again over a couple of chains and stuff like that. You could kill these guys if you want. Once again, I don't feel like they mob up very well, and I don't feel like they give the best experience. They're just kind of annoying to kill, so I've never killed them. I've always just ran straight past them. But you're going to be running straight past them. You're going to head through the little teleporter up on the top here, and then we are going to be ready to fight the final bosses of this dungeon. So once you get to the top of this staircase, you're going to be conversing with the NPC in order to summon the first boss. Now, this is how you're going to actually summon all 4 of the bosses that are here, and that's pretty much all you have to do in order to fight them. You just summon them and you fight them, and they, in general, aren't too hard, although if your monster damage tolerance isn't that high, their little AoE attack that they put on the ground will do a lot of damage, but the good news is that AoE attack is actually pretty easy to dodge. So if you find yourself taking a lot of damage from those little spikes on the ground, you can go ahead and you can just avoid those. The other thing to watch out for with the boss fight is the crystals that spawn along the edge. If you stay in the middle, you never have to deal with any of the crystals, so that's what I recommend. But if you do end up on the edges, watch out for those crystals because they will one-shot you. Now, the first title that you're going to be getting is Spirit Summoner, and that one you get from killing the second boss. And when you kill the second boss without dying, you will receive the Spirit Summoner title, and then the last title you get will be for killing the final boss. So both the titles are really easy to get, and the last title is YOLO, because apparently you only live once. Yeah, the dungeon, as you can see, is not too bad. If you are struggling with these bosses, my recommendation is just get more monster damage tolerance, because that's what's really going to matter here in terms of you, taking a lot of damage and struggling with these fights. As you can see here, I did these fights on my Signal, and I really didn't have too much trouble with them, although I did have that, that step skill. I think it's like Fast Easton or something like that, that increases my HP recovery, so that made it pretty easy. Anyway, the dungeon's worth doing. You get a bunch of good loot from it. I recommend doing this every day because you can get 5x pieces of armor up to +8 and 145 weapons up to +8, which is just great. So definitely worth doing, as well as like just the armlet pieces and stuff like that. When you do complete the dungeon, you will receive a random box some of the time, and that random box has a couple good things in it, like a pet egg and sandals for various classes. Anyway, that's it for this guide, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, take care.